CHICKEN. Use the code CHICKEN in the shop.
Hey guys, the Chicken is here. We are back today with another Boom Beach video. In today's video, guys, we made a little bit of progress. We got up to rank 20. Things aren't looking so bleak now. So we've got a new hit to show you. And today was actually pretty crazy. A lot of battles, a lot of ups, probably even more downs. But we finally were able to ride that wave and get things to where we needed to be. So rank 20 was the goal today. Diamond maybe later. It might be in the cards. But for right now, let's show you guys what has been working. So, number one, this base, I copied it from Orion before I got the grappler. I might change this actually to a shock blaster. We shall see. I just don't know where I can put it. Actually, if I can move that. Ooh, this could be a dirty birdie. What if we do something like this? Okay, where we move that. That up one. Oh, I think I'm liking this, guys, because then the shock or the Doom Cannon and the grappler would be together, and I believe they would be unshockable. I believe. Oh no, you could shock the grappler there for sure. I don't know. We'll try it out. See how it goes. But most importantly, guys, let's throw one of these guys down. Maybe. Let's go back here in case they want to clear. So let's go over. Here's the base. Now, I got to here before I had the grappler, so just keep that in mind. Now, let's go over. We got to go over the attack and the tech. So right now we're in a fizzle meta, right? So that just means that people aren't really finishing bases unless you have rifles or got a little bit of luck on your side and the mechs are able to get through. But for me, it was kind of 50-50. Not the prettiest log. You see right there, I fizzled there, I fizzled there, I fizzled there. I cleared that one. Cleared that one. Not much time left. I cleared that one, and fizzled on this one. So it's hit and miss. This one I was super stoked about, though, because I couldn't hit this one with mechs, and I had to switch to rifles, so we're going to break down that hit in just a second. But let's show you. Here's where we're at. Here's where we're at in terms of the technology tree. So I assume everybody's probably up in this area by now. And with that extra bit of tokens I got, I'm not going to spend anything because I want to save it for these two, troop health and building health. Now I'm going to be just shy of building health unless we can make 21 with troop health. We'll see. But yeah, so the 100 troop health, this one right here, that allowed us to use riflemen. The shock mines and the troop health was definitely a little bit of a push point. The problem with this season is there's so much tech between chests. Everybody's kind of at the same spot. Unless you hit diamond on day one, then you're a little bit further ahead. And it becomes very difficult to move ahead because we don't have our typical push points, which last a little bit longer. This season, they're all kind of like amalgamated into one just disaster. But it is gross out there. I will say that. It is very gross. Now, heavies would be a good pick too, but you got to go through Zukas. I don't want to spend too much time wasting chests. I want almost every chest to give me that effective tech, or at least to bring me very close to it. So we probably want to go 6-yard after the building health. Maybe we want to go full dirty on the 5. I don't know. But, you know, we can see what's up here, what's around the corner. Heavy chopper. We want to make sure we can get to that. And there is only 5 days left of the season, so we can't mess around too much. So let's show you 2 different hits. We'll show you a mech hit, and then we'll show you a rifleman hit. So this is a disgusting base. This is, we used, what did we use? So I was using 4 mechs, 4 bombardiers for the most part. We're going to deploy here, or what's going on? Okay, I was going to say, I know that I finished this. I spent a lot of time scouting, I guess. So 3-5. Now, when I was using mechs and bombers, I was having a lot more success. My last little run here, I was moving them all as one unit. No split drops, no free clearing. You get into trouble now against some of these really dirty bases if you just throw down 3-5 or 4-4 and they go like, you know what I mean? Like they just kind of go out and you're just like shocking stuff. That's not going to fly anymore. Or at least it wasn't working for me. So what I was doing is I was keeping them somewhat together, especially on one side, because then I'm at least not fighting this launcher, this boom cannon, this rocket, all at the same time. That seemed to make quite a difference. So we get up through here, and the way you want to look at these mech hits is don't look at anything in the front almost at all. You want to look at the second and third line, and you have to assume that two things are going to happen. Number one, your mechs are going to shock that whole front line, so all the splash damage is useless. And number two, Spark is going to generate critters, so don't bother, like when the mechs are right here, throwing out a bunch of critters right in front of wherever Spark's going to naturally put them. Take out the ones on the side, and for two reasons. Because number one, obviously you don't want the mechs to run over a bunch of boom mines, but and the bombers, the regular mines, but number two, because you want to be able to have the critters that Everspark's naturally putting out, distracting the Doom Cannon mostly, and the boom cannons and the shock launchers and stuff. And you want to get that splash damage out of there so your critters can survive. I switched back from using Remote Hack to Critter Swarm, and that seemed to do a lot better. Remote Hack, I didn't find much use for it. It didn't seem to be helping me. Tried out the Critter Swarm, won a few, kept it going, won a few more. So for me, it worked better. I don't know if it's better for everyone. I know people have been having success both ways, so that's just what I've been doing. Now you see here, even though we are starting to lose a lot of our mechs, we've done a pretty good job of clearing out all the gross stuff. So now all we have to do, I should have flared them there. I don't know what I was thinking. I should have flared them down behind that rocket. So now what we're doing is med kits, critters, and you can see what a great job. It's so important to keep Everspark alive. Probably worth throwing her a couple upgrades just for the health. But you can see just with the critters, we're able to just barely hang on to this one, and we're able to keep it alive and get the full clear, which allowed us to get to our boss fight. And yeah, not a quick attack by any means, but it doesn't matter if they're fizzling. So that was the one hit I've been doing a lot. Now I want to show you this next one. So this one I was really happy with, because I was looking at the base, and with the grappler I'd gone up against it 2 or 3 times, and I tried using mechs and I just got completely smoked. It just pulled the mechs instantly, and we had no chance. So I noticed that he didn't have maxed rockets. And I tried rifles earlier on in the season. No success. Instantly died, vaporized. So I wasn't really thinking that they were going to save us here. But this guy also didn't have a ton of DVD. So I was like, you know what? Even though it's a boss fight, I think it's the only thing that's going to give us a potential winning chance. So here's what we did. So whenever you're using rifles and bombers, you always want to do like a staggered delay drop. And that's exactly how we started this off. Now I could have staggered these a bit more now that I look at it. And typically what you want to do with the rifleman is have one bolt of them going in front of your bombers, and then as it's dying, the next one's coming up, and they're just kind of rotating through like that. I spread these ones out a little bit more, and it really helped completely shut down the grappler, so I didn't have to worry about it. I didn't have to throw shocks down there. And we could just focus on the rest of the splash damage. And you see right here what my plan is. With this shock, we can grab all the flamethrowers, machine guns, and even the shock launcher. So what does that allow us to do? We can throw critters now at that boom cannon, and we can completely shut down the doom cannon. Which again, as long as the rifles stay alive, the doom cannon is not a huge threat. But yeah, just keeping that shock down, the splash shocked, and looking out for the mines. That was the biggest thing. I was a little bit concerned right around here. I was like, this doesn't look too good. But we were able to push through that first line, got through most of the splash, and then thankfully Everspark, if Everspark died, the attack would have been done right here. But Everspark stayed alive. She was able to keep throwing out the critters, and we had some more GBE for even more critters. That's all I was doing at this point. I was just throwing out critters, and that allowed us to get through the base. Now, when you're coming through a spot like that, you might be thinking there's a rocket, there's a whatever, maybe not the best time to throw critters. It helps. It really does when there's nothing else. And it's certainly, even if it's just distracting defenses for a second to get to get them not targeting your bombardiers, then I think that's worth it. So let's try this new base. I don't know. We'll see. I forgot if I said before, but I did copy this base from Orion. And then we've since added the grappler in there. So we'll see how that does. I know there's been back and forth on what's better, the grappler or the shock blaster. The idea with the shock blaster is it stuns the mechs, so it prevents them from shocking stuff, and it kills bombardiers, which is nice. But on the other side, the the grappler can really mess up a mech attack. So let's see what we can do here. So we got another Mech Hit. We got another grappler. I'm getting my words all mixed up today. Too many battles today, guys. So he's got 100 building health, normal, 50 DVD, 90 troop health, and 100 troop damage. So pretty even stats. I've got a bit of an advantage there. He's got one Sky Show and Doomcan. This is pretty even tech. This is really all we can ask for. Alright, so let's go. I want to come at this from the left. I don't want to come at it from the right, but I can't see that split going too well. So let's drop them in here from the bottom. We're going to go one rifle, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 bombers. Everspark is in the mix. Okay. We're going to throw some shocks down here. I'm going to get that next boat of rifles out quickly because I feel like the first one's going to die fairly early on us. And then let's go like this. Let's make sure we're shocking any splash damage. Okay. And let's get some critters in. We got another boat coming in. So even though it looks kind of gross right now, we just gotta hold on to our hats. I am gonna throw a shock down there on this rocket. Now let's just hold on here. I don't want to waste all my GBE. We're still looking okay. Let's get another shock over there. That seemed to be decent value. Flamethrower. Let's Mech Hit. And we could use some critters. Opponent has retreated, guys. Look at that. Beautiful. Alright, let's do Critter Swarm. I'm really liking the Critter Swarm value that we've been getting. Okay, so they're going to go over there. I want to make sure that we can take this base down. So, let's see. Alright, let's go another Critter Swarm. And pack. Stupid boom cannon, it's just ruining our life right now. Get off of me. Okay. So there we go. And that's it. We got it in the bag. So, Rifleman coming in clutch for us, guys. Coming in clutch. And we're about to add even more troop health to them. So that is going to be sweet. We can just go ahead and flare right onto this engine. And, yeah. Not bad. So, still got some work left to do. I know we're not out of the woods just yet. But, going in the right direction. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know how you're making out down below in the comments. Where are you at tech-wise? What are you struggling with? What's going on? Yeah, let me know. And we'll catch you next one, guys. Chicken out. Back.